video, we're going to demonstrate managing dispatch work, in this case specifically a joint use transfer pole removal project using the Units Pro app. I'm going to go ahead and log in as a test user. Go to my timesheets. Go to my desired week. And go to my desired day. So this should be rather familiar to Units Pro users. And here are the jobs assigned to this foreman. This is the one that we want, so we'll go ahead and select it. Go to the next screen. Brings in our roster. The only thing we've set up on this crew is the foreman. Your crew would obviously have one or more people and equipment, but this is just for demonstration. Right, next. So when you set up a job, the complete work can be set to bypass or required. And here we've set it to be required. So every day you've got to go through the complete work. You can get there through the button here or the icon. So we go into that. And this is going to give us a template where we can track the production. This is a basic template. We hit plus to add a new location, and we fill this out. I'm just doing a copy and paste because I have this in another spreadsheet, but a user would just type it in. You can see I've used abbreviations for new pole and old pole just to conserve some real estate there. I didn't have a point of interest, so we left it blank. This icon is for our photos. I can get the photo from a camera, which is what you'll do from the field. Just use the camera on your phone or your tablet. But since I'm using an emulator here, we'll go pick one. Let's see here. Here's this job. There's the before picture. We take it as before. Save that. And we'll go ahead and enter the after. We could, presumably can come back later, but we'll do it right now. Hit the plus, brings it up again. Choose my photo. There's my photo. Tag it as after. And this tagging process is really, really important. You have to do that to make sure that we can go ahead and build the report, go to the customer with the pictures in the right order before and after. Otherwise, I don't know which one is which. We go ahead and save this. Obviously, you can see you can remove this if you made a boo-boo. There we go. Now, to close that window, you just click anywhere and it's gone. We put down what we did. I did a charter transfer. I did a pole removal. If I have any comments, I click here and I can type in my comments. Otherwise, I can leave that blank. If I did this erroneously, I can delete this line item. But once this is done, hit done, and it updates Units Pro, then it's done. I move on to the next one, and I can hit the plus and bring it in again, or I can hit this clone button, which puts an icon here and says, I want to clone this one here. So I hit that, brings in the same work order number, and I know that these will be different. So I put in the unique values for that. As it turns out, I did the exact same work, a transfer and a pole removal, but I could change that. And I go ahead and get my photos. There's my before, tag it as before, save. And my next one is my after, and save. I can go back and look at these, and it brings it up. Once I've closed that, I can go back and bring that up just by clicking on the icon and see those. And So we did the same thing here. I hit done, and we're done. Once I've entered all my production for the day, photos, I'm good to go. Let's do one more. I'm going to go ahead and clone it. This was this poll number. But when we got there, it was done on arrival. I believe we went ahead and took a picture of this anyway, just to demonstrate that. Perhaps I didn't. Well, let's presume we had. I'm just going to grab one here. And we'll mark it as before. Again, you want to mark something here or you're going to blow up our report at the back end. You can only have two choices the way I've got this set up, and that's configured by the report. Go ahead and save that. Click anywhere to make that go away. Hit done. And I continue on with my time entry by using this up here. There are going to be some days where it forces you to come in here and do production, but perhaps it's a rain day and you didn't do production. You just come in, you do nothing, and you move on to the next step, and you'll satisfy the process. So you needn't enter production, but again, you're going to mess up the billing and production report that goes to the customer if you don't do these on a daily basis. You can also go back in here and do this after the fact. I'll make another video on how a project manager, project administrator can go in and do that. But from this point here, we just go forward and complete the time entry process. Equipment, review summary, and submit. So at that point, it's done. It's submitted to the project manager, superintendent for approval, and I'm making a video. The next little video will just demonstrate what the report looks like. Thanks. Okay, so now let's show the back-end process of what you get for your effort for entering the production data as part of time entry. Gone into Manage Jobs, onto the Invoices tab. I'm going to create an invoice. So we've only entered time for one day, and it's been approved. And this is a T&E bill, remember, but we're going to put the production stuff with it. So we'll go ahead and run our reports. We've got this Joint Use Dispatch Production and Billing Report. And it provides the same T&E report for the customer that is typically used, signature block, plus it provides a production summary for the week. But you see we have 5 pages now, so if we go next, here is the data. So this is the poll that we did that was DOA, and we did a before picture. Here was one of the other locations with the before and the after. And as you can see, it's really important. If we were to have more pictures, this report would just blow up and it wouldn't render is what would happen. So let's go ahead and dump this into a PDF so we can see what the final product to the customer might look like. There it is. Bring it in here. And so now you can see first page, and then each location will be on its own page to give enough room for the pictures. We have work performance summaries at the bottom for the foreman and for the invoice total here too, just as a check of what we put on our first page. So that's how simple it is once we start using Munis Pro for joint use dispatch to get a bill and production data out the door in a very timely manner. Thanks.